Remember when Antonio and Dad met? I wasn't able to talk yet, but they had the most extraordinary conversation while I'm just sitting there watching. Tanya and Aisha. Tanya's my god sister. Her sister was my mom's goddaughter.
I was the first one, excuse me. I'm the oldest.
You were the daughter she said she always wanted.
Oh, okay.
So she adopted you.
Get it right.
But officially, Boo was her goddaughter, and then she'd already adopted you as her daughter.
That's not the story that I go with, but okay. I'm gonna let you have that.
So Tanya's mother, Gwen, I was the son that she always wanted, never had, and me and Gwen almost shared a birthday week.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And then Tanya and my mother shared a birthday week. Mama Hawkins. Last night I went out.
About that.
Huh?
She shared it with you.
I shared a birthday.
I ain't dead yet. Mama Hawkins was the one that cooked the food last night for me to go out and feed 100 people for the homeless last night. It was incredible. We started off only going to do like 25 or 30 people, but I met a guy on the plane coming in Thursday night, and Tom Fife. He's actually the director of franchising for Giordano's. He brought him, his family, and a whole bunch of pizzas and took us from 30 people to 100 and something people.
Wow. Network. Won't God do it?
Yes. Connie's son, Tigger. His name is Anthony. That's Connie back there. I couldn't walk yet. And her son came and sat with me every night when I wanted to go back home to my place, and he sat with me every night to make sure I could still walk, and I was okay. Slide to the right. That lady over there, who I mentioned before, my mother was born on Auntie Lois's birthday. Most of y'all know my mom died at an early age, and I had a lot of women come to me and say, "You know I'm your mama now." But only the 3 women in this room that I affectionately call mom have really been the mom for me. Auntie, I call her Auntie Mother instead of Auntie Lois because she's been the mom for me that I've needed. You know, sometimes not necessarily more I wanted, but more was I needed. My Nancy, since I was 5 years old. Y'all know I had a rough childhood. That's just bad. Well, even my dad was living. I can finally remember being a very angry kid, but every time I was in a tailspin of anger, I'd feel these arms coming from behind me and hug me, and I would just calm down. And anybody who's been in my life, you know, female or friend, whatever, they'd always ask, "Have you talked to mom and dad lately? Because you in that mode." And they know once I talk to them, I would be good. Uncle Tommy and Auntie Sharon.
Yeah.
They birthed a son, and he's not here right now. He had to go. But that's his wife, Wanda, back there holding my iPad. Brian came to see about me every day he got off of work when I couldn't walk or talk. And he whipped my nurses into shape. Well, you got to understand, he's coming in scrubs. Brian's this big 6 foot what? 6 foot. Tatted down, and they're like, "Yes, sir." He don't even work there, but they're following like he's like the charge nurse. But the fondest memory I remember about Brian is I couldn't talk and I was barely walking. And not only did he whip my nurses into shape, he cleaned up underneath my bed and then he cleaned me because my nurses hadn't got to it yet. And I couldn't talk, but all I could do was look at him, and he was like, "What did you expect me to do?" And those are probably some of the fondest memories of that time, and all of you all have been an extraordinary part of that. Helen Barbara, who I affectionately call HB, sitting between my 2 aunts. She wrote an email to me while I was on that third week of coma. Most of y'all know the doctors were telling y'all he ain't gonna make it. And Helen wrote me an email, and I didn't get to it till I was recovering over mom and dad's house. And the email went a little something like this. The subject was you. And she said, it's a pretty hard week. The kids are going through whatever, you know, and I've been thinking about us going to the movies, like when you took me last time to the movies, and I'm trying to figure a way for you to pay again, because that's what we do. So I'm trying to figure out while I'm reading it, you know, what the heck is wrong? What was going on? And I hadn't read the date yet. So I got down to the end, and she's like, you can't leave. Don't leave me. And then I was like, what the heck is she talking about? And I read the date and realized it was when I was in that third week. And every time I read that letter, it reminds me how much you love me and how much I love you. Each and every one of you, I love beyond words. They say give people honor when they're still alive. And I wanted this time to love on y'all, because y'all loved on me something crazy, and because of y'all, I made it to C50. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be here. So there's a almost there. So Tanya, would you hand me those vase?
So you gonna give me a rose?
Yes, I am, and you're gonna take it. They say give people their flowers while they're alive. I don't want to wait till I miss y'all.
I'll trade mine for some Jack Daniels.
I got some Bahamian rum in the room, and you can share with that.
You gonna trade up?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Whatever.
Take it. Yes.
Away woes.
I can't hear you.
Away woes.
I forgot about that.
And mine has thorns.
For a reason. Y'all might not know Dawn, but y'all meeting her today. Dawn, the lady standing up holding my iPhone. Stop it. Dawn was there for me in between the coma and the surgery. And we became friends because she was actually one of my students in a PeopleSoft class in Boston. That's right. And my buddy, she's been there with me for a lot. She was actually been there with me in the emergency room once. I was having some chest pains, and she was like, call your doctor. So I called my doctor in Chicago, and as most of y'all know, when I get chest pains, they like go straight to the emergency room. So she wasn't playing with waiting on an ambulance. She drove me there herself. She had just had a close death of a friend of hers that very same week, so it was a little hard on her to have to even deal with it. And I kept trying to reassure her everything's okay, I'm fine. But she's watching the orderlies and the doctors as they're reading my chart, and I'm not seeing what she's seeing. She's like, these folks are scared about you. And she was there to make sure I was okay when y'all couldn't be when I was on the road. And she's become my best friend. So that's why she's here. She actually flew in last night from Boston so she could be here for this. Thank you for it. My friend,
Go Red Sox.
my friend Jonita, she and I have been friends for a few decades. When I first got out of the military. And she has a very unique talent. And I'll let her share that with y'all.
I tell jokes. Mark shared all of those stories with me. I happen to be a professional singer. I'm an opera singer. And he asked if I would come and do what I do. And as we were talking, the best song, the only song that would be befitting for this particular type of occasion is To God Be the Glory. He's so thankful. I'm so thankful. We're all so grateful for his life, for his legacy, for the love that we all can share. And so if we think about these words, and we think about his faith, and we think about the love that we all share, this is the only appropriate thing that could be sung. So, my gift to you. How can I say thank you for the things he has done for me, things so undeserved, yet you do to prove your love for me. The voices of a million angels cannot express my gratitude. All that I am and ever hope to be, I owe it all to thee. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory for the things he has done with his blood. He hath saved me with his power. He hath raised me to God be the glory for the things he has done. Just let me live. Let me live my life and let it be pleasing, Lord, to thee. And should I gain any praise, let it go to Calvary with his blood. He hath raised me with his power. He hath raised me to God be the glory.
very beautiful.